EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
To the air right away is May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
2 yards to go, second down. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Douglas, the man in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Herbert now throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 26. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Lad McConkey, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Patriots nothing.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now May on the sneak, and he will have a Patriots first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking to throw, May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Completion good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now May on the sneak. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw, it's May. Completes it to Douglas. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To the air, May. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 55 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On to give, it's Vidal. Shifts by at the 15. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Again, it's Henderson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A give for Henderson running to the right. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
At the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now. And that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
25 yards that time.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, May. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs from 17 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from drawing level. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A little juke. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
On first down, it's Hampton. They find some open field here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Again, it's Hampton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Going up top. And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, May with it. And Diggs has it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing here is May. He's got it to Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's May. His pass caught at the 4. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
At the Chargers' 1-yard line.
They'll throw with May. A quick hitter complete. It's Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. This is caught. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets into Johnston. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On the ground, this is Hampton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive? Well, answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll find Henderson. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First down, Chargers.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 47-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Chargers.
Again, Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Herbert. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 24 yards the game there, another first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point try now from Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chargers 31, Patriots 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Henderson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 117 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We often give credit to the O-line. There, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion right is Johnston. Here's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On the give, this is Hampton. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
That is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 43 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now out come the Patriots. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. Fights loose. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To the air, May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
From the shotgun, May with it. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the night. And the Patriots are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Herbert off of play action. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking to throw, May. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9. A run once more with Hampton. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Williams with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing here is May. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll throw with May. Launching one for Henderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Chargers take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
133 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. In motion right is Johnston. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, this one finds McConkey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they get their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get to place on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. He's got it to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's going to have the Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Completes it to Douglas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Short pass caught by Henry. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's May. He completes it to Henry. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Patriots 38.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Oh, look at the juke.
The Chargers take over first and
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Herbert. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now 2nd and 9. Herbert now. That one complete to McConkey. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Four yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the give, it's Vidal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Kamani Vidal punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 48, Patriots 38.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Patriots now down by 10, 2:25 remaining. They're down to one timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go again with Henderson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henderson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
To the air, May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Henderson going to run for it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to throw. May. Short pass caught by Henry. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of 7.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
At the Chargers' 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing here is May. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores?
I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Here now, 3rd down. To throw, it's May. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades. kicker. That's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway in Foxborough.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
May going to throw right away.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about the defense there and try to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
From the gun, it's May. Short pass. And right away, he lost the football.
And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's got Hooper on the short connection.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 4. They'll throw with May.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Short throw to Disley.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston 68 yards.
And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Henderson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Tui Pelotu, he got in there and met him behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Hampton.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Now this one finds McConkey.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down and 6 now. In motion right is Johnston.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Oronde Gadsden
From 3 yards out.
And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Patriots, nothing.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
L.A. readies for its next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Play action. It's Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On first down, it's Hampton.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Here's Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey.
Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Give here to Hampton.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Omari and Hampton.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Returnable here for Davis. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert now. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
10 more yards. Complete to number 1, Quentin Johnston. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Patriots.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Yeah, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
On the zone read, here's Henderson with it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The pickup there, 5 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. To the air, May.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36. A good pickup there, 22.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs, 36 yards.
And the Pats are able to cut into that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 24-7.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. LA set to take over again on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now it's Hampton. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They need 2. Here's third down. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
If you're dealing with stats in your contract, those are the types of plays that will not help you at all. In fact, they're going to hurt your yards per attempt, your yards per catch. That's not good for him.
But so important for the offense's success, right? I mean, you have to have those plays.
You're exactly right. You only got to get 3 yards, and that's what they needed, and they keep the drive moving.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
To the right side, this is Henderson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Once again, it's Henderson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 36. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Looking to throw, May. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. That is caught by Butte. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Patriots 14.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Again, Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A run once more with Hampton.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's May. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Able to push his way through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And bulldozing his way through.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out come the Patriots.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
They'll throw with May.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Henderson. A nice move at midfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Up the middle, here's Henderson.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. May. They'll swing this out to Henderson.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
2nd and 10.
From the gun to give to Henderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Henderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Pats are set up now with a 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
In motion right is the tight end. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw.
They set up the screen for Henderson.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. I give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? They'll go. It's Henderson. And this time he is in. Trevion Henderson taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Patriots 21.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start it out with a run by Hampton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Hampton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Herbert going to give to Hampton. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. This is caught.
And the Chargers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
The play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Touchdown! Oronde Gadsden, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's complete to Diggs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
To the air, May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, it's May.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Throwing here is May. Gets this complete to Buto.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We're going to throw. May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he stopped immediately there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's May.
And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
28.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So out come the Chargers. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had.
Keenan Allen, 44 yards.
And the Chargers add 6 to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.